So I needed a self-adjusting clutch tool. Looking online, they're all around 70, 80 quid upwards. So I decided to look, see what they consist of. And basically, it just seems like either a 3 or 4 pronged sort of pulley kind of tool attachment, where you would then insert certain lengths of threaded rod into your flywheel and your clutch, and then adjust the pressure on it. Then I checked out DIY self-adjusting flywheel attachments, and there's this chap here, and he made one. So I thought I could do something similar to that, and this is what I come up with. I had a bit of rectangle tubing, 1 by 2 inches or so, 3/4 of an inch by 2, and marked up the length that I would have needed for each of the prongs that come out. I didn't use the saw. This was a new blade as well. The thickness of this would probably be about 3mm, maybe 2. It took a long time. So then I switched to a cutting reel and used the grinder, but the problem with this cutting reel, it was quite thick. So I went out and then bought some more copper thin ones, and also another grinding disc, because this one pretty much had it too. So that was me just squaring them off. But now I'm just remarking all around the faces the angles I need to cut to make 360 even. And then I used the cutting disc on here just to roughly sort of cut those angles off, just removing a lot of the metal. Here I'm just sort of seeing where I am with my angles. Obviously I'm not going to be perfect. So here we are, just straightening them up. Quick check, make sure everything's okay. And then I'm just going to put a bit of a chamfer on all the edges that's going to be welded. I was going to leave it as just that, and I thought, well, I might as well just take off all the paint whilst I'm here. So I put on a flappy disc and just stripped off all the paint. Here I'm just marking out, before I weld it up, the channels that I need to put in the pins that will attach to the flywheel. And now I can use them on different cars, different size flywheels. I'm just going to make a little pilot hole. The stock that I had already had these holes already in it, so I was just making these ones to be about the same sort of width apart as these two here. You can see they're already in there. Just copying this, and then I'm going to put the channels down each side of the cutting reel. Quick fire off, smooth up the edges. As you see, it's getting quite late here. Now, I don't know why I'm showing you my welding skills. This is my AC buzz box kind of thing. And yeah, it's done alright. Everyone's saying like how bad AC is. I've kind of done its job, I suppose. So I rounded around all the edges. As you can see, some of the welds aren't that great. That's all going to be ground off anyway, so as long as it's kind of filled. Now, for the centre hole, this is so the clutch alignment tool can pop out. Originally I got this hole saw thing and didn't really like it that much, but to be honest, it's actually quite good. Take your time, go really slowly. good old WD-40 as my lube. So these are the holes to attach the nuts on. I believe I used M8 bolts. And then I put a nut on either side. Problem in doing this is then when a nut on one side would have been fine, but I put them on both sides, which caused a bit of a problem on one of the nuts. As I welded it, it caused a bit too much tension between the two nuts on the bolt, so it made it a bit stiff. Also, when I'd done this the first time, rather than just tacking two sides, I tried to go all around the nut, and there's really no need to that. It just ended up, had to grind it all off again and start again, because it all got into the threads and everything. So just two tacks. And this is going to be a proper noob mistake here. So basically what I should have done is just ripped off that grounds amp, but I didn't. I struggled with it like a noob. Nice warm electrode. So this is it all done now. It's had 2 coats of etch primer and 2 coats of Hammerite Smooth. Here is the adjustable bits that will go into the clutch pressure plate, and then that will screw down into the flywheel housing. And then the centre alignment tool will come up through there, and then I'm going to get the old pressure plate, old thrust bearing central slave thing from the old unit, and try and get that bearing bit out to go onto here, and then that will then screw in all 3 of these. These are a bit tight, that one's really tight, and then that will then push the pressure into there. So here's my sort of eccentric throwaway bearing. I'm just testing it. That then goes down there, and then you screw the pressure up, put pressure on the clutch via these 3 bolts. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so loosely screwed on the 3 Torx there. Put in the clutch alignment tool. Then put on the old throwaway bearing, thrust bearing, pressure bearing. Installed these, about 3, 4, 5 tons. Next, I'm going to adjust the height of this up and then cinch it down so that these line up with the little grooves in the old throwaway bearing. So now, tighten clutch tool, pressure plate thing until this comes down in line with that. Slowly, do one at a time. Compression in, compressed in. See the travel. Now these meet here and here, and you can see the slack that's then pushed in. And there we have it.